Everyone, welcome to the next video of C programming. In this video, we'll discuss an interesting concept known as switch case. Now, what do you mean by switch case? Now, in our real life, we are often faced with situations where we are required to make a choice between a number of alternatives rather than only one or two. Like, suppose you love food, and if you are going for any kind of restaurant, then they are providing number of options. That will be much more better for us to decide whether we will go for Indian or Chinese food or any kind of food, rather than if you'll go for any kind of street food, they will give you the options from the name only, and you have to remember and you have to choose. So obviously, if you're going to the restaurant, they are providing a menu card which is much more better than the other options. Okay, so seriously, in C programming, completely the same process is followed. Like, the choice we are asked to make is more complicated than merely selecting between two alternatives. So in C programming, it provides a special control statement that allows us to handle such cases effectively. Rather than using a series of if statement, we are going for number of options which is available for us, and you have to choose that. Okay. So the control statement that allows us to make a decision from the number of choices is called switch, or that is also known as your switch case. So that means whenever the switch keyword is coming to your mind, that means you will understand you have to make a decision from number of choice. Okay, so here the definition is there that why switch case is required, because you have to handle multiple conditions, and you have to make the code much more easier to understand, and also you have to group the codes with respect to different cases. How, that will see through the example. But before that, let us see the syntax. Okay, so here in switch case, you have to use the keyword switch. Then inside the bracket, either you have to provide a value or one expression like 3 plus 2 minus 1 also you can write, so that it will become 4. Okay, so expression also you can provide, or any single value also you can provide. On the basis of this value, the corresponding case constant will be satisfied. So case is the keyword here. Switch is also the keyword here. But whenever you're writing constant 1, constant 2, that means these are only some values. So whatever the value will pass in switch case, the corresponding case block will execute whenever there is a match. If you are sending 2 here and this is case 2, that means directly the case 2 block will execute. So here we are getting multiple number of options from which you have to choose your selected block. Okay, now as per the criteria, the value and the constant must be matched so that it will be executed. Okay, here another keyword is my break. What do you mean by break? Now suppose you want to execute only case 2, not the other one, then you have to execute the block. After that, whenever break is encountered, it will come out of the switch block. Okay, so here the keywords that we have come across is switch, is your case, and then break, and one more is your default. Okay, so default is another keyword here. Means what? Now whenever you are passing any value in the switch case, the corresponding case constant will be matched, and that particular block will be executed. After that, because of break keyword, the control will come out of the switch case. But if none of the constant will match with your switch value, then the default block will be executed. Okay. Okay. So that means we have understood that whenever there is a switch value, the corresponding case constant will be matched and then the block will be executed. Okay. So let us understand the same concept through example. So what actually example will write? Let us understand first. That means I have to enter a number. Okay. I have to enter a number. That number I'll pass through the switch case. Okay. Now whatever the number I'll pass, I'll write down some case constant here. Like 1 to 7, the number I will pass. 1 I mean for Monday, then 7 I mean for Sunday. And similarly, 2 for Tuesday, similarly. So whatever the number I'll pass, the corresponding case number will be satisfied and it will print the day of that particular corresponding number. Okay. This is what my requirement. Okay. So I'll enter a number. As per the number, the corresponding day will be printed. Clear? So you have to declare a number, enter the day number. So let us be specific so that anyone will execute, they can understand. Okay. Now that particular number I'll pass through the switch case. Okay. And as for discussion, case is the keyword. I'll write down the constant, then colon. I'll write down the code inside that. Monday. Then I'm writing break here. So what will happen if I'll not write break? That will also see later. Case 2 is for Tuesday. So let us copy the same one. So 1, 2, this will be 3, 4, 5, and this will be 6. 6 is for Saturday, 5 is for Friday, 4 is for Thursday, and 3 is for Wednesday. Okay. And one more case is required. That is case 7, where I'll print the Sunday. Now you have understood what is the objective of our programming. The program says you have to enter a day number, and any case where the day number will match, the corresponding day will be printed. Okay. I am writing also default. Where I'll just give a message, wrong input. Okay. Other than 1 to 7, if you're entering anything, that means it is not giving you any kind of output. It will give you a message, wrong output. Okay. So let us save this one. And compile and execute. Compiling. So it is asking for day number. I'm entering 3. 3 means Wednesday the output will come. Okay. Let us execute once more. I'm entering 7. So the correct, if I'm entering 7, what will happen? This number will become 7 and the corresponding case 7 will be executed. So it will give you output Sunday. Okay. Now, if I'll give something which is not there in my case, because we have written from case 1 to 7, but I am entering 10. So that means the 10 will be matched with every case constant 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. None of them will match, so it will go to default wrong input. Okay, so that is what the use of my default. If none of the case will execute, then the default block will execute. Okay, now this is what the overview of switch and case. Let us see what is the use of break. Here I am not giving any kind of break. So comment line means it is not considered. So let me delete this one. Okay. But before going to break, let us understand what is the meaning of break. Now, if you know how to ride scooty or bike or cycle, whatever, there is a concept of break there. Why? Because you are driving and you need to stop somewhere, you will put your or press your brake. But if you will not give brake, that means wherever you want to stay, you will not stay there, you will go ahead. Okay, the same thing, we have not given brake in case 1, we have not given brake in case 2. Now what will happen? If I enter the number as 1, that means case 1 will execute. So in case 1 will execute, definitely Monday will be the output. Okay, but we will see what will happen. I'm giving 1. Now see, case 1 Monday is there, break was not there, so automatically it will come to case 2. So Tuesday will also print, but in case 2 break is not there, it will go to case 3 Wednesday. After that break is there, so it will stop. Okay, so that is what the use of break. If break will not be there, even if you want to execute only case 1, but automatically it will go to the next case because break was not there. Okay, so this is what the use of my switch, case and break. Okay, so through this video what we have understood how to write an effective program of the control statements where multiple conditions are given in a structured way. Wherever you need, you have to just give the condition, any case will be matched, the corresponding block is going to be executed. Okay, so my suggestion, you just practice the program, understand it, and then you will just watch the video repeatedly to clear your doubt. Okay, so thank you everyone for watching the video.